Good morning, PowerBIans. In today's DAX modeling or DAX automation in PowerBI desktop, we'll see how to use the tabular editor in our datasets. Before we start, we need to install tabular editor to get what we want. I will add the links below. I'll show you how this can be done. Just go to a browser, open your SQL BI /tools, which will take you to the external tool tables here, and you can see all the datasets I am here. I'm going to go for tabulator. If you give your email address, you can download this. You don't want to add a official email address, you can add even a personal email address, which allows you to download the tabulator here. And to move furthermore, and I need to just pick the editorial documentations here. So let me just jump back to my tabular editor software here, and when I go down to tabular editor, we can use a search in the Google point called tabular editor scripts, which will take you to tabular editor useful script snippets. So jump into that, and I'm going to use the first logic to create the automation. If you have a C# knowledge, this makes your life a little more easier. Let's see how we're going to build the automation at a much faster rate here, instead of building them one by one in a DAX formula. So I'm going to minimize this. For this, I'm taking one of the inbuilt data that we have in PowerBI, which is financial data from our sample data sets here. So I'm going to load the data set here. Once you get the data sets completely added here, so you can add the data set, and as usual you will get your data, and I'm going to directly load this data into PowerBI desktop, as this data is a clean data set. We don't want to do any ETL process here. Once the data is loaded, now you can see the data are loaded on to the right hand side of your data tab, and you can also jump to tabulator here, which will allow you to see the same data inside the tabulator. You can use the tabulator outside PowerBI desktop, but I have installed tabulator already, so you can see that external tool has tabulator in it. So I'm going to go for the tabulator here, and that opens the window for me, and this window talks about tabulator beta. And go to your tables, and you will see the financial data that I've added in our list here. Again, when you are working on the tabular editor, so we will see what is the result that we add in your expression editor, and you can write the codes or copy paste the codes in the C# script point here. I'm going to pick up all the number fields which I have here. There are a few fields which I can remove it. If you see this data set here on the right hand side, I have a lot of data which has a summation symbol in it. But there are a few places where we don't need the summation to be added here. So I'm going to go to month number, and I'm going to tell the system to do not summarize it, so that the summation symbol will go off, but the number will still be the month number will be still be the month number field. So typically I'm going to do that for the year field also. So which are the two data sets which I'm not going to convert that into data sets here. And I've just came out of the tabulator once because I just want to refresh the data completely here. So we'll go back to the external tool, add the tabulator again. This time around I'm going to pick the data which are all in a number field, but again you use it according to your advantages here. So I'm going to start with all these data until profit here. So I have units sold, manufacturing price, sales price, gross sales, discount, sales, cost of goods sold, and profit. If you are looking for a specifics here, you can pick that too. So let me jump back to the tabulator script point, and then I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste that in the tabulator code window. And if you read the codes here completely, you can understand the code pretty well, and each and every codes are done in such a way that it says what it's going to do with this set of codes here. I'm going to remove the last code alone because it is hiding my column that I've created here. So now I'm good to go for the list here, and then I'm going to just create the sum formula for the data sets here. So let me just pick the data again, and then I will run the code on top of the data sets here. The moment I do that, you can see that all our codes are ran in here. I'm going to select all the codes again and put them inside a separate folder. Let me put the folder with an underscore in front of it so that it appears on top of my data once I save this data into my PowerBI desktop. Similarly, I'm going to change few more points. I'm going to add the basic formulas of Excel in here. I'm going to talk about sum, count, average, max and min. So I'm going to go for the formula change in here and formula change in here. Other than that, nothing is changing here. Typically, I'm going to select all the data sets again, run the code. That's going to give me all my counts here. Again, I'm giving a right click here, go to display and add an underscore and add the count here. Now I can minimize this, so all my sums are available in one folder, all the counts are available in the other one, and the similar pattern I'm going to add for the averages here. So average, I'm going to go for the average here. And as usual, I'm going to select all the pricing list here. And then run the code and select all the results, right click, create a new folder for it and add average to it. Similarly, I'm going to do for the max and min. You can add as many formulas as you want. I'm trying to make the simplest formula possible so that you will get to know the interface a bit better about, and then once you started using it, you can use it extensively however way you wanted it to be. And finally, I'm adding a min here. So this is how I can create almost 40 formulas in under 5 minutes timeline here. But once you have done that, you have to just come down to the file and save the value, so that this is saved in the Tabular editor data model, and when you close it, immediately in your PowerBI desktop you can view them all up here. Anyway, when it comes to the PowerBI desktop, it's not going to be the same order what we have done earlier, so you can see all these dimensions coming up in an alphabetical order for you. This is how we can create an automation in PowerBI desktop from using a Tabular editor. Hope you have learned something new. This is Vinod signing out. Happy analyzing.